preschool. Back again, because I know that you guys have been just dying for the day to get me back here. So I decided to fill in for
Bboy...Magneto, is it?
Because we all know his content's just been pretty whack recently. So
You're welcome, I'm back again.
I know it's sunny. I got my brand new FreshBook Pro. If it's too sunny for you, throw on some shades. You're welcome. So in this video, we're going over the top 10 B-boys you should be studying. Or something like that, I guess. So quick disclaimer, because I know we're gonna have a lot of snowflakes out there that are complaining that I didn't add this person in, or this person's not legendary enough, or iconic enough, or the reality is that there's like infinite amount of B-boys and B-girls that could be in this video, but this is the top 10 biased, completely biased list of mine, okay? These are basically the top 10 B-boys that have influenced me in specific categories of breaking and that really got me to where I am today. So this is just, again, my list of top 10. Let's go. First on the list, we got Bboy Kmel. I wanted to add in Kmel here for B-boys that you should study for one specific reason, and that is battling. Okay? When you want to talk about battling, you want to talk about having nasty fire energy coming out always like a cannon, having the illest burns, we have Bboy Kmel. Now he's one of the ones that have inspired me the most in the art of battling and ciphering. So he's definitely one I think you should really look back into and study the way he battled. Because a lot of people, especially nowadays, never battle the way he did. And I'm not saying you gotta throw burners. If that's not you, don't do it. But the same intensity and energy and fire he has and creativity when it comes to making it known that he wants to win the battle is something I think that's missing today. So first one, Kmel. All right, number 2 in the 4 category, we got Bboy Zeshen. His creativity with footwork and just angles and shapes has been something that I've really been inspired by, and something that I think you can really learn off of by studying him and just getting ideas and concepts that you can flip and make your own, because he was literally a blueprint for a lot of concepts for me on how I can create my own creative footwork. So one day, I hope to inspire to the level of Zeshen's godly footwork creativity. But until then, start studying. So talking again about creativity and character boy, and that's Bboy Remind. Now, I don't think this would be a list if I didn't add Remind in here, because Remind to me is one of the most characterized creative B-boys out there, especially when it comes to individualism and breaking the way that he wants to break. Now, if you haven't seen Remind yet and you don't know who Remind is, definitely go check him out, because I think it can be a really good lesson for us today on really being individual and staying true to the way that we want to break, and how you can be so ill and so creative and so nasty while staying true to yourself. Bboy Remind. All right, number 4 on the list, we've got Bboy Ness. Now, yes, I can put Ness in the battle category for 1,000 different reasons, but for me, he stood out in the foundation and speed category. Now, the way that he rocks Zulu spins and just scrambles or around the worlds or 12 steps or whatever you want to call it, 8 steps, is to me, and just shuffles, like the way he rocks his footwork was one of the first reasons I really got into footwork and wanted to get my speed up and my foundation super strong, because the way that he rocks it makes it look like it's power moves. And it was the first person I really saw that rock it this way, which is why, especially this video to me was like, I've rewatched this video so many times. I still show my students today this video when I'm talking about how you can abuse your footwork foundations to the max. Do not sleep on Ness, number 4. I think by now many of you guys know that Bboy Casper is one of my top B-boys, especially growing up in my generation. Casper was one of the ones that influenced a lot of my scene, so he's definitely going to be in here number 5 for energy and confidence. To me, growing up, there was nothing cooler than Casper rocking it. As far as energy and confidence goes, I thought there was just nothing like that. So he definitely inspired me hella as far as that goes. So again, I would go back and I would study the way that he rocks, the energy he uses on his simplest steps, and the confidence he has in every single move he does. Number 5, Casper. Also, this claws out clip I watched probably like 1,000 times, I'm not even kidding. Alright, number 6, B-Boy Thesis. As far as my generation goes, Thesis and Casper were my biggest influences. Growing up at least, that was. So for me, Thesis he's the one that made like threading and abstract style to me cool. Because before then, I never really saw it in a way that was like really inspiring to me. But the way Thesis used his power as transitions to highlight his abstract moves and how he flowed it all together, to me, was something that no one had really done before. Again, I wasn't knowledgeable, I didn't know a lot. I'm not saying he's the first to ever do this kind of stuff, I'm just saying to me, he was. He's the one that really showed that you can be well-rounded and have abstract styling, because a lot of the styles that I saw that did abstract blow-ups, it was literally just blow up, blow up, blow up, there wasn't that much flow to it. Thesis added effortless flow into his abstract and threading style, which is what really inspired me to pursue threading and more abstract styles. So, Thesis. Alright, number 7, we got B-Boy Menno. Now, again, this wouldn't be a video for me without Menno. And the man of the hour, as he's just getting on his, I believe, 3rd Red Bull title he just won, and he's getting all the hate from all the E-Boys and everyone around the world, because all he does is roll on the ground. But if it wasn't for Menno doing what he does and doing what he does at such a high level, I wouldn't be the breaker I am today, because he's the one that really showed me that you can go hard into a floor work style and be one of the best in the world. And whether you agree with that or not, doesn't matter, because that's my opinion. You can have your own. But the thing is for me, I always loved floor work. I always loved rolling around the ground, but I was told many times that like you need to go higher, learn how to adapt and go up. Don't just stay on the ground too long. You can't be on the ground too long. And I think Menno was the first one, at least that I saw, that really revolutionized the style of, no, you can stay low for majority of your style and still win many, many, many titles. So that's why Menno has been one that I studied a lot, and I think you guys should study too, and the art of how he manages to stay on the ground, but keep it interesting. Alright, number 8, we got Bboy Ynot, for obvious reasons, for his top rock. Now, for me, Ynot was one of the ones that really inspired me top rock wise, and also taught me a lot top rock wise, that elevated my top rock to another level, which is hilarious because I always felt top rock was one of my weakest. I still feel like top rock's kind of my weakest, but luckily enough, I've gone, I think, to a level to where I can inspire some people top rock wise as well. So if it wasn't for Ynot rocking the way he does, I definitely wouldn't rock the way I do today. So that's why I really recommend going back and watching, especially old videos, for a lot of this content. Everyone sees the new stuff. Try to do some digging and watch some old footage of these guys, because then it might be a bit more relatable to where you are. It's also really interesting to see these guys back in the day before they were in their prime, and you get to see that heart that got them to where they are today. So I really recommend studying the way Ynot rocks. Alright, number 9, we got Mr. Wiggles. For so many reasons, but the main reason for me is hand styles. Mr. Wiggles did teach me hand styles, and I also have studied a lot of his hand styles videos on 52 blocks. And for me, this has really elevated my game later on, as I've wanted to develop my styles past basics. And Mr. Wiggles is one of the ones that really, for me at least, elevated my hand style game. So I really recommend watching 52 blocks, watching the way he rocks, the way he uses his arms, because arms and breaking is one thing that just have not seemed to mix recently, especially when it comes to stylizing it. It's one thing when they're planted on the ground, but stylizing it with your hands, I know for me, I was never very good at, so I recommend actually practicing it, and Mr. Wiggles is a great source of information for that. Alright, number 10, we got B-Boy Kid David for musicality. Now, Kid David was definitely the one that inspired me the most, I would say, for musicality goes. Casper also did, and many others did, but Kid David, he just is in the music. He's inside the beat. Like the old school freestyle session ones where he was on stage and he just did those like 38-second clips of him throwing down and just hitting every single beat. Like, to me, that there was not much crazier than him in that time. It was just the illest in my opinion. And it's one of the things that really inspired me to really develop my musicality. So I'd really recommend watching him, studying him, DMing any of these guys, DM them and ask them for tips too. I really recommend everyone reaching out to these breakers and asking them for tips, asking them for information, asking them for ways that you can develop these styles that they've mastered. And I think if you do, you may be surprised at how many of them actually send you reputable sources to where you can actually develop your own styles further. So number 10, Kid David, musicality, cause duh. Number 11, we're going past 10. I'm sorry, but I'm not even sorry, because like there's just too many breakers, and as I was putting them down, I was like, I kept figuring out new ones, and I left out already so many that I know I did, but it's okay. Number 11, we got Cloud. Why? I mean, why is that even a question? Why? For obvious reasons. But the one thing I really want to talk to you guys about is one character, but the bigger thing is pacing. Pacing, timing, taking your time is so important. And it's one thing I struggled with so much, and it's one thing Cloud mastered so freaking well. If you watch when Cloud battles, when he braked, like, he's so good at understanding when to go fast, when to go slow, when to take his time, and when to go off. And he was one of the first ones I really saw to abuse that. And he's one person I would really recommend watching and seeing if you can figure out how to apply similar techniques that he did to your own braking, to where you can flip it, so you obviously don't want to look like Cloud, but you can actually take what he did and now take it to another level, because it's 2019, so let's start developing past what they've done, right? So with that being said, I really recommend you checking out Cloud for timing and pacing, so that when you battle, when you brake, you can maybe add a little bit of that essence in. All right, number 12, honestly, this is the last one, Bboy Benjy. Now, I know he got a lot of hate, I know he got a lot of backlash, I know he has a lot of love, he has a lot of supporters, but to me, Benji was one of the ones that really inspired me as far as creativity goes. He created move after move after abstract move after abstract move. Did he crash? Yes. Was he revolutionary? Yes. Did he do things people have never done before? Yes. Did he do things that other people have done before? Probably. I think we all have. But with that being said, I think he's one of the ones that created so many abstract moves and became so known for it. And if he didn't become so known for it, whether it's because of drama or from him just being insane, who knows? But because he got so famous at that time, he was one of the ones I really saw a lot and got super inspired to just create move after move after move, because he did. So I gotta give him all the love, because if he didn't go so hard on creating and level up so many threads and abstract styles, I definitely wouldn't be where I am today. So definitely go study Benji and study his old footage as well. Pa! Alright, Bboy, too cool for preschool. Finish up the video. We're done now. Yeah, you're welcome. I did all the work for that video. That other guy, Magnus.Magneto. If you liked him, I guess give him a like, but you know it's all me. So like, comment, subscribe, smash button for more videos. Peace. Before you go, if you're not completely sick of my face already, don't forget to get my free course, Braking Made Simple. To access the course, all you have to do is go to the link down below. To get the free download, all you have to do is join the Facebook group, Braking Made Simple, which is a hub for people to learn, grow, and just get better and become the best B-boys they possibly can, man.